Hello guys, welcome to Inside Electronics. So in today's episode, let's take a look at yet another type of electronic mosquito repellent. This time it's made by All Out. So I think I have already made a couple of videos related to electronic mosquito repellents, different types of it, like mostly Goodnight and some other generic brands. So the difference with this one is in the Goodnight brand it had a two-step adjustable temperature setting. If you haven't watched that video already, I can attach a card up here, or you can search in my channel. So in those Goodnight vaporizers, electronic repellents, you can adjust the temperature only two ways, either high or low. But in this one, let me adjust the exposure properly. So in this one, if you look closely, you can see it has given a thing that actually slides left to right, kind of like a potentiometer inside. But if you look inside closely, you can see there is actually no direct connection between that black thing over there and the switch. And also if you look closely, you can see when I'm moving that blue thing, you can see the black thing inside is also moving a little bit left to right. It's not moving up and down. It's not moving up and down. I think now you can see it properly. It's not moving up or down. It is actually moving left to right. I'm not sure what is the deal about that. So that confirms that there is some kind of connection between this blue lever and that black thing. Obviously, when I first got it, I thought it is a generic unbranded Chinese device because there is no label or marking or whatsoever at all. If you look, there is nothing marked anywhere, no sticker, nothing, not even anything, but there is one kind of date code or something over here, which if I focus on it, if it focus, yeah, there is some kind of serial number. And if you look closely here, you can see it says made in India. Okay, so just when you're comparing physically, there is nothing, no switch or anything. There is one bulb. In fact, this is a working unit. I actually found it I think somebody abandoned this one because I found it in the terrace without any attention. It was lying in the water, it was lying in the rain, it was fully covered with water. So I actually thought that it might be a dead non-working unit, but to my surprise, when I plugged it in, this was getting warm and there was orange light over here. In fact, I can show you that. If I plug this in here, you can see, let me turn off this light. You can see that orange glow, and this thing is actually getting a little bit warm as well. Let me plug my other things back here. Okay, so this has that adjustable plug, as you can see here. It is adjustable and no other marking. In fact, the label, the branding and other things are all written up here with very small text. I'm not sure whether you can see that or not. Here it says let me just focus. Here it says the brand, the power rating and other things, and here on this side, inside this one, it says All Out over here. And in place of screw, this right now has nothing in here. So I think when we are opening this thing, it will pretty much be a one-time job, because once it is opened, I don't think we can put it back together. Anyway, enough of talking. Let's open it and see how this thing works, how this adjustable thing works when compared to that Goodnight receivers. Since I'm not sure how to open this thing without screws, and I'm not finding any screws inside here also, this is completely sealed. Okay, there are some clips. I'm seeing some clips over here. Yes, here it comes. Mind focus. Oops. Now it's slightly coming off. So there must be some lock somewhere in here. I'm not sure where it is. Pretty much I think it's a one way tear down. It's not going to go back together. Anyway, I found it abandoned, so even I'm not worried about putting this thing back together. Why this is not coming out? Okay. This is why sometimes videos will become long, and when we open this one, after opening this thing, we will find there might have been an easier way to do it. I really doubt whether this is a screw inside here. I'm not sure, but give me a moment. I will open this and come back. So guys, here is the whole thing in its bits and pieces. So as suspected, there was no screws. I even opened this side. There was no hidden screws. The whole thing was plastic welded. This thing was attached to here using this plastic welds. You can see this was welded in this one, and it looks pretty nasty inside. Okay, let's keep that to the side. And I took out the sliding mechanism, that is this thing, which only has a groove. So this thing was the movable thing that adjusts the temperature. So what's happening is that this thing sits inside the groove like that. So when you're adjusting temperature, what's happening is that you are actually moving this thing up and down. So if this, assume if this is the thing, that chemical thing that's sitting, that is killing the mosquito, you are basically doing this by adjusting the temperature. You are either increasing the contact area between that wick and the heating element, or decreasing the contact area. If you are putting it to the lower setting, this thing at its lower setting, what it does is it actually moves it further away from the wick area, so that only very less liquid gets evaporated and comes out. And if you want more effect, you just increase the contact area, so more of the wick gets hot, gets heated, and more chemical gets into the air, thereby killing more mosquitoes. So this is a very simple mechanism. In the beginning, when I showed that when we are moving this thing, this was actually moving left and right, not up and down. That is because this thing was not inserted. This lock, there is a catch over here. You can see there's a small catch. This catch was not inside this thing. It was sitting outside. That is why this was moving left or right. This was supposed to move up or down like that. Like that. Now coming to the circuit, it's very simple. It's a PTC element. As like in every other mosquito repellents we have taken apart, this has a neon bulb here, and I think what looks like to be a thermal fuse, and there is a reading in here, which if it can focus on it, I will show you that actual reading. So the fuse is A41AF, and it is 130 degrees Celsius rated. So if the temperature of this unit exceeds 130 degrees, it shuts itself off, thereby disconnecting the circuit, this heating element, from the AC mains. And the neon indicator, which you can see is very small. If you compare it with my fingernail, you can see it's pretty much the same size in fact, and the resistor value for that is 180k. So yep, that's it for today's video. The power consumption for this thing, I forgot to mention, the power consumption for this thing is only 3 watts. It is mentioned in the specification over here. So yep, basically that's it. That's what's inside an adjustable temperature mosquito repellent made by All Out. See you in another video.